Hey everybody, it's Kayla. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. Today I'll be giving you all 10 period tips that every girl should know. I personally have a really bad period every single month, even when I'm on birth control, so I completely sympathize with you all and I hope these help you. Without further ado, please like and subscribe and let's get into the video. The first tip I have for you guys is to use a period tracker. I personally use the app Flow. I will link it down below if you guys don't know what that is already. And basically it tracks your period. So basically you can put in if you have food cravings, you can put in how heavy or light that your period is. You can put in a bunch of stuff. It also tracks the days that you're ovulating. This way, by tracking your period, you will be able to tell around when you'll get it the next month. This really helps you stay in tune with your body so you know what's going on, you understand how many days that your period's going to be, because I know sometimes when we're on it, we don't really focus how many days we have it, how heavy or light it is, you know, if it's abnormal, things like that. So definitely try to track it because that'll help you a lot. Number 2 is to keep 3 things with you at all times. These 3 things are pads, tampons, and wipes. Now they can be feminine wipes if you want, it really doesn't matter, but I personally recommend to use baby wipes. They're non-scented and they're super sensitive for down there, so they'll work perfectly. So if you are more of a pads person, then, you know, use those, or tampons, then use those. But just having both with you at all times, if you do use both of them, is really going to help just in case you do run out of one or the other. Number 3 is to use heat. This is a huge one for me because when you're on your period, you know, it hurts so much sometimes with the cramps that you just need to alleviate them. So one thing you can do is to use heat. You can use a heating pad if you have one. I'm sure they're probably just like $20 around there at Walmart or something. Or you can fill up like a bag with rice or something and, you know, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, whatever. That might be. One thing I do is I have these Tommy's heating pads, and they're basically just these little packs, and I'm actually out of them right now. I just used the last one last night, but what they do for me is I open it, I shake it, give it about 2-3 minutes, and it gets really hot. I keep it on there all night. They last up to 8 hours, I believe, and honestly they get hotter as time goes on, so I really do recommend if you're struggling to find, you know, a heat source, if you don't have a heating pad or anything, definitely try to use those. I'd say that buying a heating pad might be better if you want to spend less, because they only come with like 10 or 20 of them, so you're gonna have to keep buying them every few months. For me personally, they lasted me about 3 months. Number 4, this one is also for cramps. Take Midol. If you don't know what it is already, it is a period pill, so it helps with cramps. This is good, say if you're going to school or you're going to work and you know, you don't really have time to put heat on or anything like that because obviously you're not home. Just taking that pill and everything will definitely help with the cramps. Another thing you can do in this kind of category for cramps is to talk to your gynecologist about getting on birth control. Now, like I told you guys in the beginning of the video, I have birth control, but it doesn't help my period necessarily. What it does is it gives me 3 to 4 days instead of 7 days. For that, I'm very thankful because my period's super heavy, terrible cramps before and during, like they're excruciating. So having a few days less definitely helped me. So birth control does help in that way, but it doesn't help necessarily for me in the cramps way or how heavy or light my flow will be. But I'm sure there are birth controls out there for people who do want to lighten or stop their period. In my last video, I actually gave you guys my birth control experience. I've been on 3 different birth controls, so I told you guys how that worked for me. So definitely go check that out. I will link it down below. But I will definitely say try to talk to them about a birth control if that is something that you're interested in. Obviously, the birth control will help in other ways too, but there are certain birth controls for certain things. Number 5 is to sleep in pads and in the daytime use tampons. Now, I personally hate pads. I grew up using them and I despise them. But if you do use tampons overnight, which I do, but this is just for you guys, if you do use tampons overnight, there is a greater risk of TSS, which is toxic shock syndrome. And if you don't know what that is, definitely check it out, look it up. But there is a greater risk for that. So I definitely recommend you to sleep in pads. This is one that I definitely have to figure out myself too, because I don't sleep in them most of the time unless my period's light. But the reason I don't sleep in them is because my period is so heavy that even tampons will barely hold it, so I'm not going to try with a pad. That's how I think. Number 6 is a little trick to help lighten your period or cut it short if you're going somewhere, like to a party or you're going on vacation. So that is just to drink a bunch of lemon water. Now, I used to use this trick about 2 years ago. It's pretty much when I found out about it, because I was like, how do I lighten my period? Like, this needs to chill out. And I realized that if you just either cut up lemons or you use lemon juice and put that in water, then it will lighten your period. And there is a way to cut it short with the lemon juice as well. Number 7 is to change your tampon or pad frequently. So I believe that for tampons, you change them every 6 to 8 hours. Obviously, you can change it before that. And for pads, about every 4 to 6 hours. This is just to help, keep you fresh down there, and just to prevent TSS with tampons, and all around just to keep you fresh, keep you healthy, you know what I mean? And just to look after yourself. Also this way, so you don't start smelling bad, you don't start leaking, you know what I mean? If you have a tampon or pad, it just leaks through. You don't want that to happen, so just change it frequently. Number 8 is to take hot showers or baths. So you already should be taking showers regularly, 1 to 2 times a day. But on your period, I understand, you want to relax and everything. I do too. I always do anyways. But definitely try to shower every single day when you're on your period. I know we don't want to get up because it hurts that bad, so we just like staying in bed. I know I do. I sit there and I turn the TV on, and I have, literally the other day, I had like Twix, I had like sour candy, I had all the candy in the world, and I ate it in like an hour because I was that hungry for, the period candy. However, we have to remember to get up and take a shower or a bath. And the reason why I say bath is because this is going to help alleviate your cramps if you are having any. And if you're not sitting on the heating pad or anything, you are going to want to alleviate your cramps another way. One way to do that is to take a bath, because hot water and everything is literally around your stomach and it just feels so good. But definitely, to clean yourself, definitely take a shower. But you can relax in the bath and then take a shower after, so that you can wash your body. Going along with number 8, hot tea is really good for cramps too. So I personally recommend green tea. It's so good, but I'm sure there are period teas out there. But tea is really, really good, and I think you guys should all try it if you haven't already. I know a lot of people love green tea, and I'm one of them. So if you haven't ever tried it yet, you definitely should. You can get it at literally probably any store. Number 9, you all are gonna think I'm crazy for this, but it is to wear fuzzy socks. Okay, I know I probably just lost you, but it's a weird one, but I've heard about it. So basically, I've heard, it's probably a myth, but I've heard that if your feet are cold, you're more likely to get cramps. Weirdly enough, it's true for me, so maybe I'm just naturally weird, but try it out, you know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? At the end of the day, you're gonna have fuzzy socks on, so it's not gonna matter. But this one just works for me. So having fuzzy socks on already is comfortable, but it really does help with cramps. Like, I'm not even lying. I put the socks on and I really don't have cramps, or at least as bad, you know what I mean? So try this one. It might not work. It might. So let me know. But for me personally, it worked, so I don't know. That's just a little tip I have for you guys. Number 10, exercise. Exercise does help periods. It helps your cramps and all of that. I already hate exercising as it is. Some of you might enjoy it, but obviously, like I was saying in one of the last tips, I feel like the periods, like our week off, you know what I mean? It's our week off of the month where we can binge watch TV, binge watch Grey's Anatomy, like you guys know I love, eat chocolate, eat sour candy, whatever you guys prefer on your period. I like both. But definitely try to squeeze some exercise, even if it's literally just for 5 minutes. Like, it just really helps the cramps and everything, but it just really helps the cramps and everything. So if you can, just go on a 5 or 10 minute walk or run in place, you know, do some sit-ups, whatever it may be. All you have to do it for is a few minutes, you know what I mean? And it will help your cramps. I hope you guys like this video. I've loved filming it for you guys. I know personally for me, periods are the hardest part of my month, so I completely understand. I hope you guys feel better, and I hope these tips did help you. Definitely check out that birth control video. Like I said, I will link it down below because birth control is another option if you do have unbearable periods and you might want to go that route. I will see you all in the next video, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.